I mean, there's also the fact that this will be the last podcast before 2024.
It is the last podcast before the new year. Hello, chat. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Under the Tea. There's been
Akko,
yeah.
Why am I sitting on Mizu?
Because you are. Hello, chat.
Dead. Temp is taking over.
Well, when I told Mizu I was keeping his seat warm, I did not mean I was keeping him warm.
You are keeping me. You gotta keep Mizu warm so that he comes back.
You gotta keep him warm so he comes.
That's how the ligma happened.
That is how the ligma happened. Yes. You could say that maybe. I don't know. But welcome back to Under the Tea.
Ligma
is Mizu this week. Ligma is Mizu this week. Mizu was dominance is being asserted. Yes. Dominance is for sure being asserted. Welcome back. Mizu got sick. I don't know with what, but he can't talk, which is kind of crazy because
Mizu said the flu, didn't he?
He might have. I'm going to assume it is something that that is just silly. But
Mizu's just dying.
Mizu is just dying.
So nothing new.
He's shedding his scales, I guess you could say. And so because of that, he could not make it, and I decided to bring up Temp, my head mod, who is pretty much kind of like a contributor at this point to everything we do, which is awesome. Temp's got pretty cool takes, chat. So be nice to Temp.
I mean, I'll admit, The only takes you're getting out of me is gaming stuff, VTubing stuff. Good luck.
Well, you can comment on what you think, and
Yeah.
that's good enough. I mean, you'll have a few other things that I know that you'll talk about, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Wish Mizu well. You can here's what I recommend, chat, and you can tell him that Lumi said to do this. You can go into his DMs and spam him and tell him to feel better, and I know that'll help him. All right, chat. So go spam him right now. I want him to come into the chat asking why there's like 50 messages from all of you. So go do that and report back, but still watch the stream. Anyway, how are you guys doing this week?
I'm doing good.
Good. And Temp, I know that you're like clenching yourself right now because you're in the middle of the final boss of Baldur's Gate.
I'm not.
No?
No.
Did you stop?
No. I was doing a side quest.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, you're in the side quest final boss of the game. And so, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
That's good.
Actually, kind of out of it today because I picked out some. Like, I was brushing my teeth this morning.
Oh no, Temp's sick too.
And huh?
Temp is sick too, chat.
No.
We
So
gotta
I was-
replace
Everyone's
him.
sick.
And the toothbrush pulled out like a chunk of plaque from between my teeth, and now
Uh-huh.
that tooth is like, hey, I hate you right now because there's like massive gap here.
Oh.
Please put it back. But
Mm.
it's not going back.
I'm sorry.
Yikes.
Oh, that's kind of gross.
Yeah.
Fucking
Oh,
Yeah, I
yikes.
keep messing with it, so it's like hurting.
Let me make sure my phone's muted so that it
Otherwise,
doesn't
I'm good.
scream at me. Alright, there we go. Okay, that's good. That's good. It's no
Turned
longer
myself
Christmas
into a
chat.
Picasso painting. Oops.
Huh?
No, I accidentally pressed a thing on my keyboard and I turned myself into a Picasso painting because of how I have
dare
shit
you.
cuts.
Nice.
Thing on your keyboard. You know
Shut
how
up.
dangerous that is?
I mean, I've seen how Akko runs her stuff. I have
Yeah,
seen.
by rolling her face across the keyboard.
Exactly. The keyboard doesn't work as soon as the stream starts for some reason. So I can't type
I
anything.
wonder why.
I don't know. It's really weird.
You know, maybe it's the bone meat.
The bone meat.
Lumi doesn't know this joke. Lumi doesn't know this joke.
No,
well,
Lumi doesn't
I
know this joke.
don't.
okay.
So, okay, hold on. So,
Oh,
You've
do you
played
want to
Domino
explain
Opportunity,
it?
right?
Yes, I have.
Okay. You know the end of the first trial where you have to put the
Oh,
words
yeah.
together?
Yeah.
Akko did on the bone meat.
I did both
On
on
the
the bone
bone
meat and on the meat bone.
On the bone meat.
Yeah, and there is going to be an emote coming, and I'm not going to share it yet. But I
On the
may-
bone meat.
I may have asked for a sketch. Do you want to... I'm not going to show chat, it's a surprise, but do you want to see it?
I want to see it. I want to see on the bone meat.
Alright.
That bone, if that meat looking thing isn't white, I'm gonna be disappointed in you.
On the bone meat.
On the bone
I
meat
I
is
will
the
never
emote.
let you live that down.
Well, you weren't there, so you can't do that.
Oh, sure I can. And plus, there's something called a VOD.
Now, the VOD actually doesn't catch the last 4 hours because,
Did you do it on Twitch?
I did do it on Twitch, yes, but it'll only
There you go.
save it
It's
for
not-
2 weeks. Chat has to save that specific period.
I will.
Okay.
I will do it myself.
Perfect. And if you submit that as a clip, I'll pay you, because I pay people that clip for me. Anyway, show me the bone meat. Oh my gosh. Chat has the bone meat. Chat,
Oh,
do you,
Tano clipped it.
Chat, do you have the bone meat?
On the bone meat.
On the bone meat.
God.
I'm pretty
yeah,
sure
yeah.
chat has that.
What?
I did show Akko fucking Terrors. Is it Teru?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Territory.
His beta design.
I hate it.
I've never. Wait. Have I seen his beta design?
Have you? Okay, I will send you his beta design.
Considering his
Because, yeah, I
character, I hate
remember if I
it.
have. If I have, it's been a while.
He looks like he stalks Reddit.
You know what? That works.
I hate that, but you're probably not wrong.
Very.
Wait, that was his original design?
Yep, that was his original design.
It was. It's crazy. Chat, would you like to see? Well, it doesn't really pertain to the stream, so I won't show it. But
I think a good way to put it is he put on some weight.
and
I mean, it's
shrunk
like-
by 3 feet.
There's too many hot characters, so why have another hot killer when you can just have a fat pudgy one?
The
Yeah, you
question
gotta
is,
make
every
some of them
Danganronpa
ugly.
Game, every Danganronpa game has like that fat character, but it's like, but in DR2, both of them died in the first chapter.
Oh, you're right.
know-
You're right, because Byakuya died, and so did Teruteru.
Yeah.
Although I'm pretty sure that's not Byakuya. That can't be him.
I'm not
I mean,
gonna say it.
Byakuya definitely had depression after having to deal with fucking
Makoto.
Makoto
Listen,
my life.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I am pretty sure that's not him. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I don't know who it is though.
Oh, and Akko
Oh,
got
no.
DR or UG.
Yeah, I have that
Good.
as well.
Good.
I think I will only play that though if Lumi is there with me.
I'll be there
Okay.
with you too.
You don't
No,
count. I
I
will
just
be
need.
there.
Listen, it's a game with 2 girls, so 2-girl game. 2-girl
Two
game.
girls. 2 girls, 1 despair.
Exactly. And I'm sure I'm gonna need my handheld through it.
Oh,
Anyway.
don't worry. Akko will need her handheld for Pickle Child.
Yes.
Pickle Child.
Tickle Child.
Don't look it up. Don't spoil it. I
Okay.
actually looked it up. It came up with the character.
Okay. I won't. Anyway, chat. This has been quite the crazy week. It was Christmas. Actually, let's talk a little bit about how Christmas went for you guys.
Yeah.
I'll go first. I did a stream because I was lonely, and everybody else that watched me was lonely, and we did a 16-hour live stream. Everybody loved that. It was pretty fun.
Nice.
Yeah. What about you, Lumi?
I went to visit some family. I got a meat grinder. I
Uh-huh.
got a
That sounds dangerous.
large air oven that can fit a whole
Keep it away from
rotisserie chicken. I got a vacuum sealer for a future food storage.
Yeah.
Fancy chocolate. And knocked the fuck out as soon as not as soon as I got home, but I was basically a dead body.
Yeah.
I wanted to join Akko's stream. I was like, okay, I'll be there soon. I died.
You died.
I died.
You died. Oh, you know what? I know exactly how you were feeling. I hope it'll play because I'm pretty sure I silenced it. But let me see.
A body has been discovered.
You were like that.
Yes. Yes, it was. Yes, Gab, we got meat accessories.
Yeah, and Cerno, Mizu died of Ligma, so Temp is here for this week. Hopefully Mizu returns tomorrow. Hopefully. We'll see.
Hopefully.
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 What about you, Tim? Since you're filling in for Mizu, how was your Christmas?
It was good. We spent time with family.
That's good.
It wasn't a usual Christmas because one of the family members that is normally involved is on hospice this year.
Yeah.
Great. Not great, actually. But
Mhm.
we had to change things up, and
Right.
so.
Mm-hmm. What'd you get for Christmas? Meat accessories? Well, here's the thing, Lumi, you said you were gonna buy a cow now and just chop up a cow.
We're hopefully going to be splitting the cost of a half cow.
Mm-hmm.
Since, you know,
Of a cow.
that's expensive.
How much is half of a cow?
Half of a cow can usually be about almost $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that's
so
a lot of meat.
500 between me and probably my aunt and uncle. We can cut and store enough meat to
Damn.
last us like 4 or 5 months.
That's a lot of value for half of a cow. I mean,
A
like,
cow
I mean, like,
is a lot of meat.
yeah, that is. I guess, like, my brain is just like, okay, a nice cut of meat's $20, and like that's a small portion of the cow. So I feel like you're getting your values worth.
So, well, all I'm hearing is plenty of tacos.
Oh gosh.
It's like the thing that makes meat prices so expensive is people don't want to cut the meat themselves.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what? That's fair. So are you or your boyfriend a butcher then? Or know how to use a big butcher's knife? I'm going
He
to assume you
does.
don't. Oh, you... Oh, okay. I'm surprised you don't.
I'm also learning how to cut meat as well. So maybe when I get, if people want those type of streams, I could do like, whenever I need to cut some more meat, I can do like meat cutting streams and stuff, just like a hand cam stream and all that.
That's... You know what? Somebody will like it, actually. I was gonna say that's interesting, but somebody will like it.
I don't know anyone else who like, I know there's cooking streams, but there's no like dedicated meat cutting streams where it's like, hey, this is how you cut this type of meat.
We need a butcher stream. We need a butcher stream, chat.
It's just
Butcher stream.
wearing, like a apron which is smothered in blood.
Pretty much.
Hell yeah.
We need art of Lumi cutting up fish with a giant butcher's knife now, and a bloody apron. That'd be perfect.
I just did my total playtime lookup for this single Final Fantasy character that I'm playing. My total playtime is 137 days, 15 hours, and 1 minute.
Is that 14?
Yep.
Wow.
If you do /playtime, it'll tell you your total playtime on that character.
That's pretty crazy.
I need to find my playtime.
I know I have like 1,000 hours in 14. It's not a lot for as much as I thought I played. But I'm actually getting all my gatherers up to 90, and then I'm working on my crafting. Finally. And then Then I can at least repair everything on the go without having to pay money for it.
I guess also on the note of 14, FanFest, the final FanFest before Dawn Trail is soon too.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I know. I am so excited.
It's exciting indeed. Give Akko a haircut if you want takoyaki. Yes, but you have to wait till it gets too long. Because then otherwise my hair gets too short.
Oh, speaking of takoyaki, we're getting a takoyaki maker.
I heard. That's awesome. Don't ask for donations, please.
I already have one.
Oh, you already have one. Never mind.
Did it already get delivered?
Whoa. That was fast.
Surprise! It's here!
That was fast, chat. Just 14 things. Oh my gosh, Amazon works fast.
Amazon does work fast.
You should give the driver a good rating.
Like, I was proven today why you just buy more things on Amazon and it sucks.
I mean, it depends.
Well,
I hate how convenient Amazon is.
It is. I went to my local GameStop today because I'm like, well, I have Christmas money. I'm just gonna see what they got. And I saw they had one of the games I bought on Amazon. Okay, I grabbed it. Same price. I went to the counter and said, hey, do you have this game in your shrink wrap? Because I don't like buying their games with like their stickers on it and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, what game is it? I literally brought the box to you.
And where was this?
This is my local GameStop.
Okay. I mean, this is just GameStop.
And then they're like, well, I don't have it. They had to walk back after I told them the name to actually look at the box. Then walked back to tell me, no, they don't have it in a shrink wrap. I then asked them what they had this other game I wanted, and they're like, no, we don't have it. I'm like, well, thank you.
That's why Amazon's
I looked
better.
at Amazon. I already ordered the other game, and then this game I was looking for Legends Arceus on sale on Amazon. And I'm like, what point is there for these places?
For the people that are smart like you. Because, believe it or not, there are people that still don't know that there's savings to be had on Amazon. And not to simp for a company, but I do actually like what I can get. The only thing that I don't buy from Amazon right now is just furniture. Because IKEA is cheap. And quality cheap.
I've never been to an IKEA.
Neither have I.
Neither of you been to
Change
IKEA?
to a random model? Okay, let's see. Which model do I want to change
Neither
over
of you
to?
been to IKEA?
I've never even seen an IKEA.
Oh my gosh,
I mean,
you're
I've
gonna
seen them in
miss
videos.
out. It's
but
an
I've never-
experience. Oh,
There
Luna's
we go.
gone. Where'd you go?
I had to redeem to change my model.
I don't see it.
It's because it's little.
Oh, okay.
Oof.
I don't even see it on Live 2D. Oh
There we
my
go.
gosh. Oh, that's why. Okay, there we
My
go.
little toe beans model.
Oh, I have to put you up a little bit higher. There we go. Perfect. I'm not adjusting it anymore.
Fair
It's just
enough.
that.
That's perfect. All right. Well, that's. One day you guys need to go to IKEA though, because you are missing out on a great Swedish experience until you do. Chat, if you've been to IKEA, I'm sure that you can share your experiences. But yeah, that's awesome. Hopefully you get that half cow. You're gonna need to give it a name so that you feel bad about cutting it up. Anyway.
Eat your dinner.
Eat your dinner. Oh my goodness. Anyway.
See.
Because Mizu isn't here this week, me and Lumi have kind of been working on things in the background. I've got a lot of things to talk about tonight. We brought Temp in because I agree with what Temp says a lot, and Temp has a lot of based takes. I don't think they're always very fish-pilled, but Temp's got a lot of good takes.
No,
So,
I'm a lot more censored than Mizu.
you are, but you don't
Yeah.
have to be tonight.
No, I don't have to be. And also, I say what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, chat, we do have a lot. I've arranged a couple of topics tonight that I think are very interesting. We're gonna start off with the thumbnail topic here. And I am, oh gosh, that the changing pages here hurt my eyes there a little bit.
Yeah, because it's like blinding white
Chat.
and then...
Chat, I want to ask you, I want to ask you, chat, alright? I want you all to think about this. Which game of 2023 do you think is the best game of 2023? I want you to think about this for a
This
moment.
is a multi-layered question.
This is a multi-layered question, yes. But chat,
We gotta
which,
think about it.
which
Is
game? Sorry,
Is
go
it
ahead.
the best in terms of like best game or money-wise best game?
We'll go with bestseller. What is a bestseller this
Okay.
year? What is a bestseller this year, chat? I want to know. I want to know. You both can tell me what you think too.
See, this is hard.
Gollum? Oh gosh.
Top three, I'll tell you
Gollum.
right now. Top three is in no order: Zelda, Baldur's Gate, Hogwarts.
Okay.
It's gonna be a toss-up between Hogwarts and Baldur's Gate.
Okay.
Which is the most money.
Hogwarts.
Well, and I am sharing my screen now, so if you want to throw it up. The answer is Hogwarts Legacy is the best-selling game of
Oh, hold on,
2023.
Akko. I think I talked to you about this on your stream as well.
Okay.
This article you're looking at doesn't list Baldur's Gate. And while that
Does it
is,
not?
like, no, it doesn't.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's why this list kind of bothers me, because Baldur's Gate had a similar situation as Elden Ring, where everyone's like, it's not gonna sell as well. It's gonna, like, over the years, it's going to hit similar numbers. And then it exploded.
I mean,
It
fair.
hit 20 million in, like, the first 2 months.
I mean, fair, but, like, at least right now, like, I looked up multiple articles of this, because I wanted to make sure I got the most recent, this is the most recent article talking about this. The Hogwarts Legacy, according to this article, is absolutely massive. I think the number I looked up is that it pushed over 18 million copies in its, like, first couple of weeks, or something similar to that effect, and it's made almost $1 billion
Right, yeah.
in terms of money. So, I figured, chat, you know, it's important to thank, it's important, you know, I really feel like we gotta get a hand of applause to all of the VTubers, all of the streamers, and all of the people that deserve to be crowned Employee of the Month for selling this game. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I have not given Hogwarts Legacy the best love because I didn't like it that much. Although I do feel like part of the problem is I need a better graphics card to enjoy it more than I have been.
Yeah, Hogwarts is not
Because it is not well optimized
So,
for the
did Baldur's
PC.
Gate have a controversy akin to Hogwarts? That's the thing. That's why I think it's a toss-up. It's either Baldur's Gate or Hogwarts. Right now, until we have the quarter, like the annual information because GameSpot's not a great source. Until we have the exact information, we're not going to know. But it's one of the two. The problem is the quality of Baldur's Gate versus the boycotts of Hogwarts. Both of them is what leveraged them to be as high as they are.
You think so?
Absolutely. Again, Baldur's Gate had the same Elden situation where no one expected it to do as well because of the early access sales and just people were kind of down on Wizards of the Coast. It just had so many issues. But then it came around and everyone loved it. Even people who don't like D&D loved it. And then Hogwarts, people bought it out of spite. I bought it for you.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. That was really funny. You did buy it for me.
It's like, I think right now, until like we get a little more time with Hogwarts Legacy being out on the Switch, since that did release on the Switch a couple of weeks ago.
It did, yes.
It will go up in price some more because, you know, family-friendly game console and stuff.
Right.
I saw it today at the store and I almost bought it.
Oh, for the Switch?
Yeah.
So
I know, what was it? The number that I seen for Hogwarts Legacy was 15 million copies, I believe.
Yeah, so I've looked it up right now. Hogwarts Legacy sold 12 million within the first couple of weeks in terms of copies and generated almost $1 billion before April 5th. That is insane. And I know that they've sold even more ever since then. Now, people are thinking it's between 15 to 20 million copies total.
Yeah.
You have to factor in that they have done a lot of sales since it came out.
Yes.
And people were buying it when they went on sale. Steam commonly has it for $30 at every sale.
Yeah, they do, which is funny. Now, Baldur's Gate apparently has sold 5 million copies on PC.
Yes. And that was around the time it officially released.
Yes.
Not the early access.
Oh, is that really just ever since it released?
Yes.
Well, that's interesting.
Larian's been pretty quiet about it because they don't have all the numbers. Because it was around the Game Awards that it finally released for Xbox.
It's interesting. Some people are saying it's sold over 20 million, but I want to see the official numbers. But like,
well, that's why I was saying earlier that we need to wait for the actual numbers and not what we assume is guessing from companies like Screen Rant and GameSpot.
Yeah, no, I agree. But it's just like how much it sold, in my personal opinion, doesn't matter. I think it's funny that some people are calling it the most profitable game of the year because it wasn't even showcased at the Game Awards. Nobody was willing to touch it, and it literally made about $1 billion. Like,
I mean, if it actually was at the Game Awards, you know it would have won an award at least.
Oh, it would have. It's not even that great of a game. It's an okay game. Like, here's what I will say. If you love Harry Potter, you'll love this game. If you don't like Harry Potter, it will be a toss-up. Like, Temp, you liked it, and you don't even like Harry Potter.
My experience, like, I didn't watch Harry Potter until you sat down with me. We watched all of them. And that was, like, early this year, maybe tail end of last year. In anticipation for Hogwarts Legacy. And I still played the games, and I'm like, eh. Like, this is a fun game to play, but as someone who's not a fan of Harry Potter, I can't really understand the enjoyment out of this.
Yeah.
It's like... Oh, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
Yeah, I still enjoyed it far more than Starfield.
Starfield. I mean... Oh, gosh. I sent you a short... Okay, I'm gonna pull up the short. It's, because it was really good. Chat, we're gonna watch a Yellow Flash short here. Hopefully he doesn't mind too much. I don't think he will that much. Let me turn this on for you, chat, and I'm gonna pause the music here. All right, we're gonna watch this, chat, and I want you to know the moment where everybody realized that Starfield sucks. Remember the controversy around it? And everyone was like, shut up, dude, this is actually a good game.
I want you to know that it is muted.
Oh, it's muted?
Like,
Yes.
I
Well, it's
can
muted
hear
for
it.
you.
Yeah, no, I
That's
know.
weird.
I can't hear it at all. Even. Oh no. It's fine. If you send it to me, I'll watch it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's basically him screaming about the pronoun stuff. But like,
Oh, yeah.
chat, everybody said Starfield was gonna be the best flippin' thing ever since what's another good one that they've done. My brain is just blanking. Skyrim,
Fallout
yeah.
4.
Ever since Skyrim, ever since Fallout, it's gonna be the best damn game ever. And
What?
I'm gonna send this to Akko if
Okay.
Akko wants to put this up.
oh dear.
This is funny.
Oh no, I'm scared.
Here. Oh, that's Lemmy. If you want to put that on screen. Oh my god. That's great.
Oh my gosh.
That is great.
It is pretty great. Chat, it's a masterpiece by Vice Media. It's a masterpiece. Now, masterpiece, mostly negative. Now that is recent reviews, and
That is recent reviews.
that is like
But
about a tenth of the overall reviews. But you know, it's mixed,
Mm-hmm.
which is maybe most of their games. I don't know.
no, well here. Let's see.
Give me a good Fallout game. I want to see a good Fallout game.
I'm not gonna send you New Vegas because that is Obsidian, not Bethesda.
Okay.
So like Fallout 4, most recent reviews very positive 1,883.
Mm-hmm.
All reviews very positive at 211,144.
Man, chat,
Let's-
chat. What happened, chat? Now I have not played Starfield. Lumi, have you played Starfield?
What's a Starfield?
Okay. Temp has played Starfield, so I feel like he's the most qualified to talk about this.
Actually, I am the only one I know that has finished Starfield.
Yes.
It did.
I refuse to touch
I
it now.
think I mentioned this before, but did you guys hear about the people who made the Skyrim multiplayer mod giving up on the Starfield
Yes.
multiplayer mod because they said it's too boring?
It's too shit.
Yeah, it is way too boring. The first new universe in 25 years from Bethesda, and it sucks ass.
No, look, I have a problem with vertical signaling, but Starfield is just hands down a shitty game.
See, I don't even think it
Yeah.
was that bad of a virtue, because, like, okay, here's the thing. The pronouns thing is, like, whatever. You can get, as long as the rest of the game is good, and nobody's gonna remember that. And nobody did remember that. Do you know what they remembered? How boring it was. How lazy it felt. The fact that you can play No Man's Sky, and that game has more to do.
The major problem with Starfield, especially if you look at like Skyrim and Fallout 4 as two very basic examples,
Yeah.
Bethesda doubled down and focused on the world that these two games lived in. Whereas Starfield, you had so many randomly generated worlds, with absolutely nothing going on.
Mm-hmm.
But then you had your settlement worlds where the actual main stories happened. Instead of Bethesda doubling down on what made these worlds good and tying the story to like 5 or 6 different planets in total, they gave us a whole world with nothing in it.
Right. So it's not like you're visiting one town and the town is super populated. It's like if you're visiting a town in Skyrim and there's the inn and that's about it. Is that what kind of what I'm
Exactly.
hearing? Man, that's
Exactly. Or not even that. Like most
such
of the planets in
bullshit,
Starfield
chat.
is just empty. Like, oh, there's a mountain there. Oh, there's a structure there I can't do anything with. Oh, there's a spaceship there.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
See, and to kind of compare it to No Man, because I think a lot of people joked that this would be like the No Man's Sky contender, like the guys that would fight with No Man's Sky for supremacy. Chad, I don't think that's gonna be a problem because No Man's Sky is like constantly updating, and they're constantly bringing new shit to do. That's fun.
I hate to say, here's a really interesting example. I don't know if either of you will get this.
Mm-hmm.
It is the anthem to was it No Happy Game? Or hold on, what's the company? No Man's Sky's Destiny.
It killed itself. It didn't kill.
Anthem had so much potential. And then it died. It just died.
Yeah.
Starfield was the exact thing. They wanted it to be like a game like No Man's Sky, and it died.
Right.
Almost instantly.
Man, that's very depressing.
I think it's even more depressing when you think about the company that made it.
Oh my gosh.
There we go. What?
Please be patient.
not
I'm
like
a
my hat?
woman. I think it's awesome. It's funny.
Good.
No, but it's just like so depressing because, like, you know, not No Man's Sky. Starfield was like such a big thing, and I was like, it's a Bethesda game. I'm gonna wait till the honeymoon period is over before I decide to buy it. It's like literally the bad ending if No Man's Sky just like fucked off and ran with the money. It's like literally what it is, because at launch this is basically what No Man's Sky was, although albeit probably a little bit buggier. But now, like, saying that they can hold a candle to a procedurally generated world, I don't think that I'll be honest with you, I would not be surprised if they don't touch the game ever again.
Well, they have to.
I don't think they will. I don't think they will.
No, they have to.
You think why?
There's an expansion coming, and everyone who bought their $100 premium whatever edition gets it.
Oh, so they promised
They
this.
have to deliver.
See, Tim, you forget the last game Bethesda made.
No, I don't. That was Fallout 4, and they delivered.
No. 76.
No, they delivered.
See, you forgot about 76.
Bethesda themselves didn't make it. They gave it to another.
Yeah, but they
company
they put their stamp of approval on it, so technically
Right.
it's still their shit.
But to be fair, in their credit, it did have a redemption arc. It is a lot better than it was.
It's still a piece of shit, and I don't think a lot of people will ever touch it because of what happened.
You're right. But it is definitely more approachable now.
Anyway, I don't know. It's a bit of a tangent, but yeah, like, I don't even know how we got to Starfield from
Hogwarts,
but
because I mentioned I liked Hogwarts more, and
fair enough. I want. Hold on a moment. Give me 1 second. I have to pull up a picture that's not safe for work, and you'll understand.
Can't wait for the Baldur's Gate 3 mod support. There's already mods for Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah. There's a mod that allows you to have every party member in the same party at the same time.
Oh, really?
I've seen.
Yeah.
Someone made a mod that gets rid of Carlax and metal bits, glowy bits, and scars, and I'm like, you're a fucking coward.
You are, because she's made that way for a reason, especially if you listen to her character arc.
I mean, also, did you see the mod where it quote-unquote beautifies Lae'zel, and I'm like, you fucking coward.
Oh, man.
Yeah, because she's ugly. She's not ugly, she's actually very pretty for her race.
She is so fucking pretty.
Kid Yankee, you're just kind of ugly.
She is so fucking pretty.
Yeah.
The Gith Yankee aren't ugly.
They're lizard people.
No, they're not. They're really
They're
not.
weird, half elf, half lizard people. Anyway.
No, they're weird half elf, half mind flayer people.
Whatever they are.
It's like Gith Yankee and the Gith Sarai are like a whole other can of worms that I wish they would have gotten into more, because that's a whole thing.
Right.
Well, one of people's complaints, if now that the game's been out, one of the biggest complaints people has with Baldur's Gate is there's no party members. It's like Dragonborn or a halfling or a dwarf. It's all either elves, half elves, or
midgets.
Humans.
I mean, to be honest, in early access, like, you know, Dragonborn and stuff were
Not
some
even
of
in
the
the game.
last things added.
Exactly, and that's the point. And this is why I said to Akko and our other friends that I want Larian to go back to Divinity and use what they've learned from Baldur's Gate.
Oh yeah, they already said that their next project is the next Divinity game.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
the question is, will they do early access again? I think that's what helped Baldur's Gate as well as it did.
Maybe they will. Maybe
I
they
mean,
will.
there's a difference between doing early access for Baldur's Gate and early access for Divinity, because they needed the early access period for Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah. I think the reason they could get away with it if they wanted to do a DOS 3 is now that they have the seal on them. They are a AAA developer now.
They are, yeah.
They have that recognition. They won a Game of the Year. While the Game Awards don't mean anything anymore, they still have that stamp.
They earn the trust from their supporters.
Exactly.
They do.
It's like FromSoft. If FromSoft was to do the next, like, I don't know, Bloodborne 2 Electric Boogaloo, whatever, and said, here, it's early access. You know how much that would sell even in early access?
I'd buy early access copies for other people. Be like, have you played Bloodborne? No? Okay, here you go.
It's like you're going out proselyting or some shit.
My religion is Bloodborne.
There we go. Anyway.
I actually played Bloodborne on Saturday.
Actually, you know what? Hold on. I need to fix my silly hat. You know, no longer need to be patient because I am a woman.
Oh boy. Well, while you're doing that, I feel like we should thank one of the biggest employees of the month or of the year. I think we need to give a special round of applause to one of the employees of the year who helped make Hogwarts Legacy the absolute monumental success it is. And that is Marina. So everybody give her a round of applause because, like, holy cow, she helped sell this game so fucking hard. Isn't that awesome, chat? Isn't that awesome that, like, you rally, you say that you're gonna harass and that you don't care if people get harassed if you play this game. And you end up helping to sell the game that you're rallying against. Isn't that awesome, chat?
And it's also funny if you think about the hemorrhaging that V-Shoujo underwent at the beginning of the year was because of Hogwarts.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, we assume
was Hogwarts.
We assume that was from Hogwarts,
At
but
least Silver was Hogwarts.
I think it's very obvious. I think it's very obvious that a couple people left because it's just like, yeah, this is bullshit, you know. So,
well, because like I was watching Silver because I watched some V-Shoujo members release back then.
You do
kind of very casually.
We're trying to convert you away from that.
I don't watch V-Shoujo. I don't like banners.
But back when Fruit was harassing her about this, she's like, "Why do you gotta be mean? Whether or not you like it, it's funny wizard game. Play the funny wizard game."
Exactly.
And that's how it should be.
It's here's the thing, and I know that maybe eventually somebody's gonna try and clip this out of context and call us transphobic for this. Well, I'm going to issue this challenge to you, random person of the internet that wants to take umbrage with me enjoying the funny wizard game, because I did play it, and I think I do one day want to finish it on stream. All right, here's what I would like for you to do: stop going to Universal. Stop watching anything that is Universal related because they pay her whenever her stuff sells. Stop playing with Legos because Lego pays her whenever Legos that have Harry Potter in it sell. Might want to stop eating at a lot of different places that have also done sponsorships with Harry Potter because they are far and numerous. I'm sure I can make a list for you.
McDonald's is one of them.
Huh?
McDonald's.
Exactly. You might want to stop eating at McDonald's because McDonald's is transphobic for that as well. And you know, there's many different TV companies that I could list that you should stop watching because they all host their shit. What I'm trying to say here is if you want to boycott a game that you literally boosted to success, you might want to boycott everything else. Otherwise, shut up.
Exactly.
Because you're not a real activist. You're just a armchair whiner, in my personal opinion.
Okay, so I guess on a similar topic, I guess to the Starfield ratings, I looked up what Hogwarts was. It's at very positive for most recent at 3,939. with all reviews still very positive at 176,381, almost rivaling that of Fallout 4.
Wow.
As currently.
That's crazy. She gets hella... No, yeah, whenever somebody goes into Universal, it doesn't matter if you go to the Harry Potter ride, she gets paid part of that.
I'm gonna go to Universal for Mario. J.K. Rowling gets money.
See, that's the thing that, like, you know, I don't like a lot of her because I feel like she... J.K. Rowling, by the way. Because I feel like she's a little two-faced. I'm glad that at least she's rallying against, like, actual injustices in the world. I didn't like what she said before, but I did look into how much money she makes. She makes a shit. She makes so much money. She says that she believes in paying taxes.
Royalties.
If a woman, or just in general, if somebody says that they make so much money that they believe in paying their taxes, you know they make a lot of money, because no normal person says that they're okay with paying their taxes. They do it because they have to. But this woman advocates for paying her taxes because she makes so much money. And if you think that Hogwarts Legacy is going to be the thing that breaks the camel's back for her, I don't think so. I highly doubt it.
It's a drop in the bucket.
Highly doubt it. She'll laugh at you from her mansion, probably made from $100, or not dollar, 100 pound bills, or whatever the flip it is over in the UK. So.
And also, like, people got really pissed off about Hogwarts, but I see Lego Harry Potter years 1 through 4, years 5 through 7.
Mhm.
Do people complain about those?
No.
No.
No, they do not. No, they do not.
Did anyone complain about the Harry Potter games on GameCube? No.
No. Nope, because
It's
they
only
don't care.
Hogwarts Legacy.
They don't care. It's kind of crazy, isn't it, Lumi?
Yeah. Yeah. God. It's like... Hell, there's even, like, little companies that you don't even expect that have their hands in Harry Potter. Like, the fucking Birdie Bots, every flavor beans candy,
Oh,
the
yeah.
chocolate frogs.
Can't eat Jelly Bellies anymore because Jelly Bellies makes Harry Potter jelly beans. Good jelly beans, by the way. Good jelly
I
beans.
love Jelly Belly.
Oh, they're so bad for my teeth. I love them so much. No, but like, and I said this on I wrote a tweet that said the boycott has failed. It's one of the best-selling games. Congratulations. And like, you know, one of the things that I feel like is that nobody will ever learn this. All right, and I think it's just funny to me, but nobody will ever learn that this is not how real activism is done. You know, the activism that people think is activism, that's not real activism, because real activism actually means boycott. It means maybe sometimes starving yourself to death, which you shouldn't do, in order to make a point. This isn't activism. This is you saying, oh, I think this game is bad, not playing it, and then forcing other people to hate you because you don't want them to play that game. And all that does is make people hate you. So
It's like, okay, seeing like the Hogwarts Legacy quote-unquote boycotts and the climate change idiots in Europe, it's like those are two of the extreme ways of boycotting: sitting on your ass on your computer and gluing yourself to fucking airport track where the planes take off. But those people just get their hands ripped off of the concrete or get their hands cut off because they can't get removed.
Or arrested by the FAA because, oh man, do you know how long it takes for the FAA to come out? I remember this because when I was going on a vacation, a plane got into a crash on the airport. It took 8 hours. All right, because here's the thing: you can clean up a mess like that really quickly. It took them an hour to clean it up, but the other 8 hours was the FAA investigating everything. If they think that there is something terroristic going on, the airport will remain closed until they are done. So if people actually are that stupid, guess what? You'll probably be considered a terrorist. Just saying.
Oh, do you want to hear something that recently happened that is hilarious with the Just Stop Oil people?
I would love to hear it, yes.
I guess they super glued themselves to the floor of I think it was like a car dealership or something. and everyone just went on with their workday, walking around them. And after it was time to close up shop, they just shut everything off, shut the air conditioning off, or was it the heater? I don't know, but they shut everything off, and then they start complaining that there is no reasonable accommodations. And they're like, "There's a bathroom there, you just got to get up." and then they decided just to give them a bucket. They just kind of left them there.
Well, I mean, what
I
did they
find funny about these
expect?
people
What did they
is
expect?
they're in their whole let's stop using oil, then stop using oil-based products.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of stop doing shit with your hair.
Glue,
Stop
paint.
doing stuff with your nails, oil, paint.
Yeah.
You better be walking to all of your rallies instead of taking a car there because, man, you're such a hypocrite. And I get it. Take care of the earth. Take care of everything. You know, I do agree that there are better ways to take care of the planet. Doing this and making everybody hate you, and this is my conspiracy theory, that this is actually something that companies are doing to make us hate protesting. But doing this just makes people hate you. And that's not good. I personally don't believe that the people at the top of the Just Stop Oil are serious, though. I think that these people are crazy.
It's sad that Miyuki Games has to be one of the best-selling games of the year because of the boycott. Don't worry, 2024 is going to be very minor. At least right now.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
And then 2025.
Oh yeah, 2025 when the Wolverine game is supposed to come out, but because
Wolverine,
leaks...
GTA 6,
Oh, man.
Monster Hunter Wilds.
Do you want to know what's funny? So, everybody covered the GTA leaks because, like, oh man, new GTA game. But when the Wolverine leaks came out, all the game company, or all of the media companies, like, we're not going to talk about this because this includes, like, work that, they're like, we don't want to, yeah, like, we don't want to talk about stolen stuff from these workers that work so hard. And it's just like, okay, if you want to be upset about that, how about you hold some consistency, motherfucker? Because,
No,
like, what the hell?
It's like, okay, I was talking about this on Ginny's stream.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's astounding that they will surround things like Hungry Sharks.
Yeah.
If it's a company that they don't really agree with. But as soon as it's fucking who's doing that game, Insomniac?
Yes.
Oh, which one?
Insomniac.
Wolverine, Insomniac.
Yeah. Then they're like, oh no, precious baby, don't touch them. They're just shy on.
It's probably
like,
because
yeah.
it's Sony. People have speculated it's Sony, and they don't want to get in the bad eyes of Sony, which makes no sense.
Wolverine is supposed to be a PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Insomniac signed a deal with Sony to have all of Insomniac games be only PlayStation exclusives up till, I think, 2034. What
I read is something similar, but it was that they can't go to Microsoft consoles until 2030-something.
Well, I hope Insomniac knows that their games are not going to do as well, because very few people own a PS5.
If they want their games to do well, take a break on the superheroes.
Yeah.
And stop making Mary Jane look like she just got dragged through a bunch of ass.
She looked good in the first game. In this,
in the second game, she looks like literally one of the main art designers.
But the thing,
legitimately,
is Horizon. She looked great in the first Horizon, and the second one is like, I'm sorry, this is a post-apocalyptic world, and no offense to women, why did she blow up like a balloon?
I mean, I'm sure. I am pretty sure it was because of all the letters that Nikocado Avocado wrote. They're like, there's no one that looks like me.
No, Nikokado's actually lost a lot of weight. I don't know if you heard, but he's lost like a couple 100 pounds. And he's saying he's gonna get it all back. He's weird.
It's not no more superheroes. Please, keep doing them. Just stop releasing them back to back to back to back. Give it a break.
Stop making them so bad.
It's like, I was gonna say one thing, but then I'm like, you know what? No, they would just fuck it up. Because as much as I would love to see a game based off of The Boys, I don't think any game company would be able to pull it off. The Boys is so fucking good if you guys have seen it.
I have no.
I haven't.
You know what? I am going to sit and I will stream it for you guys.
I have them. I have them like available to watch.
Oh yeah, I have it on my Amazon Prime because, you know, I pay for it.
I need to watch Invincible as well.
Internet
Invincible is so
overhyped
good, too.
ugliness. I agree. Like, here's the thing: you can have some ugly characters, but like, you have to remember that you're trying to sell a game, and if you make the main character ugly as fuck, you might still sell the game, but people are gonna hate you for it, and they might not buy your next game.
Here's an interesting problem. When Mary Jane was first made in the comics, she was made to be over-sexualized because they wanted to make her out of Peter's league, and then he gets the girl.
Yeah, that's like a great story. It's just like, oh, he totally doesn't deserve her, and then he gets her anyway. In this game, it's just like, man, you can do better than that.
and then they did the same thing for Felicia Hardy or Black Cat.
Yeah.
And again, if you want to be like lesbian or gay, like however, it doesn't matter. But in Spider-Man 2, they literally made her a lesbian. Someone who actively went after Peter at every turn.
Maybe she's bi, I don't know.
I think they said that she was, which is fine. It's just that kind of fell out of left field for the character.
Yeah.
One More Day happened. One More Day we don't talk about because it doesn't exist, because the game studio is gone and you can't buy it.
No, that's the day before.
Oh, that's the day before? Okay.
That's the day
Fuck was
before.
all these games with similar names? What the hell?
Exactly. Again, that's part of the problem. None of these, they don't have originality. Originality's gone, and the AAA bubble needs to burst. And I was saying this on your stream before you ended. To bring back the cartoony games. Bring back that originality.
Yeah.
It's gone.
No.
And it will not come back until that bubble bursts.
I agree.
Even then, it's debatable.
I agree. Well, really quickly, before we move off of games, let's talk about the top 3 games of top selling games, according to GameSpot. Number 3, Tears of the Kingdom. This is not including digital sales. Number 2, Modern Warfare 3. And number 1 is Hogwarts Legacy. Which is crazy. I'm surprised Lethal Company isn't in there, because I think Lethal Company probably
Lethal
would've...
Company did big, but not that big.
No?
No.
Well, it didn't do that big because 1, PC only, 2, it came out in like late November, so it's hard to gauge as, you know, top selling game of the year when it literally just came out.
Yeah.
I'll probably make a list for next year.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
See, my thing is, as I said it before, I'm not sure how accurate that list is. Modern Warfare 3, no matter how much people enjoy it, was considered one of the more kind of crappier Call of Duties. I believe it's up in the top 5, but right now, I personally only can think of top 4 that are up there.
Well, did you enjoy it?
The thing with Modern Warfare 3 is that granted, I only started playing Call of Duty at Modern Warfare 2.0. But I think the main reason why people are saying that it's the worst Call of Duty game is because they're still huffing the high of OG Modern Warfare.
Yes.
And Modern Warfare 2. And they don't want to give the new story a chance because, you know, it's a new timeline with characters that they already knew and everything. And they're like, oh no, soap in Modern Warfare 2, the original one. And now again, I know we all don't care about the Call of Duty story, but now it's, oh no, soap for Modern Warfare 3. Granted, he kind of went out like a bitch because Makarov is a bitch in this one too. Which they really did character assassinate Makarov in this newer one. And also the new No Russian is kind of But granted, I think going through a Russian airport shooting civilians at this current time and political climate would have been a little... Man.
They probably changed that up for a reason.
You agree with Russia, it still is not gonna do well.
Yeah, fair enough. TJ never nominated Wizard Game to not trigger alphabet people? Yeah, I would say so. They ignored a game that is done widely successful just because they knew if they did, a bunch of people would bitch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Games are just getting shittier and shittier. Although Nintendo doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon.
Actually, Luigi's Mansion 2 got a rating recently, which is leading people to believe that it's going to be much sooner than we believed.
Beloved?
Okay, so Luigi's Mansion 2, possibly. I'm gonna guess a late
Probably
2024.
quarter 1. No, I say quarter 1 or quarter 2.
Probably late spring, early summer.
We'll get Mario and Luigi's Mansion.
Here, real quick before we do move on the topic, that's the problem right now is Nintendo's been very oddly quiet.
They have, for a good reason.
And that's why I think the new console's coming, because they're waiting on some of these announcements to be like, okay, here's the big one. Here's the new console, here's what we're announcing, go.
You know, I honestly think that the new console will come out with a Luigi's Mansion 2 version of the console.
That'd be cool.
I expect them to do a new Mario game.
Oh yeah, 3D Mario.
Maybe... I mean, they just put out a Zelda game, so not a new Zelda game, but maybe...
Well, I wouldn't say not a new Zelda. If there's a new Zelda, it's gonna be a 2D game, like Link to the Past, or Link Between Worlds, or Link's Awakening remake.
Yeah, and they already said that, as far as I remember, they said that they're not doing any DLC for...
Yeah, they said no DLC for Tears.
They pushed out a completed game, which I'm happy with.
They said no DLC, and that the next 3D Zelda game will be a new... So they're done with the current iteration of the characters.
Right.
See, new Pokemon game next year?
Yeah, and new Pokemon.
Pokemon, in my opinion, has been very lackluster.
The problem is, what is next year? Because we have the DLC this year for Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah.
So next year, and the year before that, I think, was Scarlet and Violet, and then it was remakes. So wouldn't this upcoming year be a spin-off like Legends Arceus, or would it be a remake?
I don't know. It's a good question.
No matter what, if Nintendo releases their new console, they have a big year.
Yeah.
Mario, Pokemon, and whether or not you want to huff copium or not, Metroid.
You're on that Metroid copium, huh?
He is.
I am, but it makes sense that they're waiting for the new console.
Do you think we're going to get any Silk Song news at all in 2024?
No.
I think at this point, well, I don't know. Because Microsoft flat out said this year that it was coming, and Team Cherry said no. So, it might have been planned to come out this year, and they needed more time. I think if it does, 2024 is likely.
Chat.
Okay.
Press 1 if you think it's coming next year. Press 1 if you think Silk Song is coming next year.
Okay, but like, also, I know this quietly released. I didn't see a lot of people talking about it. But the Binding of Isaac multiplayer did come out into beta.
Beta, yes.
Sweet.
Yes, it did. And some people are believing it's going to be another expansion on the same level as like Repentance.
Which is crazy, because they said that they weren't doing it anymore. But then they just keep coming out with cool shit.
Yeah. I don't know if it will be, because it is in beta.
Right.
So it might end up being a free update, but and because I was watching someone and they said there's going to be new post-it notes, like the stickers on the post-it notes, which means more unlocks.
Yeah.
That's fine with me.
So,
that's fine with me. Okay. Let's move on to Twitch part 3 or 4. I think we're on Twitch part 4 now. Because, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I really hope nothing new comes out on Twitch next week. Because I'm getting really tired of talking about it. And it's honestly just kind of like, at this point, I feel like there's nothing else to really talk about in terms of Twitch. Besides just the fact that, like, things are calming down. But, an interview with Dan Clancy, the CEO of Twitch, came out. and he was interviewed by a VR chat influencer. He was interviewed in a okay, we're not going to play any clips because I don't really feel that safe doing so.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
Even though this was played on Twitch, and the VOD is still saved, I don't really feel that safe doing so, because out of all of the models in here, alright, chat, I want you to count how many dude models there are. And I will give you a moment, but I only see one dude model. The rest of them all look... I'm not gonna be mean and say they're all the same, but they all look like they were made by the same creator, which is fine with me. I think that...
I mean, some of them probably were.
Yeah. And they're not bad models at all. They're not necessarily my kind of anime style, but they're not bad. But also, I'm not gonna play any clips because it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. And, I didn't actually clip it. I watched a lot of this interview. I wasn't able to get through it because, like, some of it pissed me off a little bit, but I watched as much as I could about this interview, and they kind of devolved into questions that really didn't matter about stuff. But I wanted to talk about what Dan Clancy has been saying about everything, because all of the just kind of to recap for you, chat, the new Twitch meta, I don't know if it's still going on. I haven't checked yet. Maybe one of you can look real quickly. But the new Twitch meta is having a censor bar over your snippy bits. And just streaming like that. Multiple different people have done that, including a couple dudes. And so far it's just been not cool. Go ahead.
I opened up just chatting.
Oh dear.
Okay, that poor woman's back. How is she even standing up? One sneeze and her nipples are all out there. This one chick just has her ass facing the screen.
Hell yeah, chat. We gotta get some tits
like
in, but
40% silicone there. Let's see, VTubers,
Straight injection?
VTubers.
Injection, excuse me.
This girl's just wearing her bra.
It's more than nothing, I guess. All right. So,
not as many titty streamers. It might be a little too late because many 13-year-olds are on, so they won't get as many views.
Okay, so let's talk about that, because Dan Clancy was asked about that. He was asked directly, what do you think about the kids that are on the platform? Do you want to know what he said? He said that Twitch isn't the worst thing that 13-year-olds can be on right now, and he's not that worried about it. He said that it's up to the parents to parent them.
I hope he gets sued into the ground when a
That's what the CEO said.
Decides. Dude, it's like the moment a 16-year-old decides they want to hop on a stripper pole because it's not against TOS, I hope he gets sued into the fucking ground.
Well, it might be against TOS for kids, but
there's nothing in the TOS that says anything about ages.
He's not wrong. Okay, here's the thing. He is not necessarily wrong. I agree. However, I don't think that this is something that should be openly... Because here's the thing. And maybe this is just, like, common courtesy that porn websites have just been giving. But for the longest time, it's not been easy to find this kind of stuff, alright? At least before Twitter. But, like, when you wanted to find this stuff, I'm gonna go through what my dad explained to me. Because he's like, oh, kids have it so easy to find this shit these days. Because, like, in the past, you had to go to a store, and you had to ask the cashier for the magazines, alright? And, he told me that kids really, avoided that because you're not gonna go up to the cash register, ask for those magazines, and then get them if you're a kid. Then when the invention of the internet came out, you know, you have the websites that are out there right now, but you've never had a website like Twitch that mingles both content that is safe for pretty much everyone, 13 plus, and content that is borderline sexual content. And here's my problem with this. Yes, parents should be watching their children to some extent. I believe that to some extent parents should have a lock on what their children sees. I also believe that parents should have a good enough relationship with their children that they don't have to worry about this. Because when I was growing up, there was enough trust between all of us where if something like that did happen, we could talk to somebody about it. And that's way healthier than just trying to keep people off of the internet. Because if you keep that's in a completely different conversation. But like, the idea of the parents should just be paying attention to them, I don't feel like that's a good enough argument when your platform is 13 plus. If your platform was 16, 17, 18, fine. But when your platform, like, it's like with you when the Elsa, do you guys remember the Elsa Gay stuff on YouTube?
Oh my god, yeah.
It's like when the Elsa Gay stuff happened on YouTube. It's like, yeah, YouTube should be a safe place for children, but really, it's not a safe place for children.
The thing is that it wasn't just a base YouTube that this was on.
It was on YouTube Kids.
Because parents were using specifically YouTube Kids. All of these ElsaGate videos were all easily found on YouTube Kids, and because of the recommendations and the autoplay at the time that was enabled, all of these videos would just start playing after, like, you know, a couple videos of something normal. And then because, oh, look at Elsa and Spider-Man is in the title, then it starts playing these random ass fucking videos from, like, Russia and, like, India and stuff like that. And it's like, yikes.
Yeah, it's...
And, let's see... Oh, Ryan said, I know because they admitted it on Twitter of a 13-year-old Twitch streamer who is partner who has been streaming on Twitch for years, which goes against TOS.
Yeah, that's the thing that kind of like bothers me is like, and there's a couple other things about this I want to talk about because he said a lot of things that kind of bothered me. But like, again, going back to the conversation of yes, parents should be in the children's life, but when you advertise your space as a place that should be welcoming to 13 plus, you have a bit of a responsibility. Excuse me. You have a bit of a responsibility to make sure that you're at least proactively making it, like, sweeping up the issues. Now, he did talk about, because, like, they were asking him about the titty streamers. The first thing he said is he hates it when people call those kinds of streamers, like, degrading names. Because he doesn't feel like that's fair to them. And I'm just sitting here like, okay. But that's what they are. They are degrading themselves on camera so that people will give them money. They understand that they have to act, excuse my language, like a whore in order to get their dollar bills. If they didn't want to act like a whore, there's other ways to make money. Saying that people can't ridicule them for acting like a whore is stupid, in my personal opinion. And I will...
It's fucking like... Okay, say you take the exact same titty streamer, take her out of her stream room, and put her on a street corner, she would do the exact same thing for the exact same amount of money.
I agree. And, like, a couple of people brought this up. Like, a lot of these people doing these streams, and I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just saying what other people have said. Don't shoot the messenger. But a lot of people have said that if these girls got on real cam sites, they would not be as popular.
Because they're too ugly.
Yep.
I didn't say it, but yes.
But it's right.
No, I agree, because, like, and I was, like, curious about how true this was, because I don't go to campsites. I'm not actually interested in seeing real women twerk it for me, because, like, that's not my thing.
Oh, did Akko go to her first campsite?
I've been to these sites before, just not looking for that. But what I'm saying is, I compared and contrasted, and I was like, wait a second. These are all, like, dirty bitches with no looks. Like, yeah, you got big tits, but, like, I'm pretty sure the dude doesn't like just having that in his face I'm pretty sure there's a nice face that he would like to look at or something like that. But like, and it's not even that. Some of them are just, I don't know. I don't want the stream to get removed for harassment, even though this is not harassment. But I think that they should be ridiculed, especially since, and I do agree with a lot of people, when you are on a platform again that is made to cater to almost all audiences, 13 plus. If you are on this website intentionally putting your body out there, I have to wonder about your motivations and who you are as a person. Because like, people get mad at the lolicon stuff. I'm not mad. I don't really care about that because most lolicons don't want kids to see that. You know what I am mad at? Cam whores, or I wannabe cam whores, showing themselves off to 13-year-olds that they know are going to get busy and they know are going to want to spend money just to possibly see something. That pisses me off way more. All right, way more.
Amaranth is also a liar, so
Amaranth, yeah. Oh, dude, I believed her when I was like, man, her husband must have sucked ass. I believed her for like 5 minutes, and then I was like, oh, she's still doing it? Oh, never mind. Never mind, it's a lie. She just wanted sympathy points. Never mind. Never mind. I'm on Keemstar's. I'm on the Keemstar's boat of calling her a lying whore because of that. Real girls are ugly. I have no idea, but like, they must be not as ugly as the ones who are on Twitch, because if the ones on Twitch are doing it there, they know they're bottom of the barrel. Bottom of the barrel to do stuff like that. Now, what's interesting is, he did Dan Clancy did say that he wants thumbnails for these kinds of streams, and he does not want, because like, the thing that I thought was really interesting, he's like, yeah, we really don't want people to see this stuff if they don't want. So he is like saying, yeah, we want to make it an option for people to filter this out if they don't want to. So Twitch is apparently working on that. Twitch is working on settings so that if you don't want to see this stuff, you're not going to. If they do that, awesome, cool. That's still not going to eliminate, in my opinion, the bigger problem, but it's nice at least that they're trying to hold a picture, hold a towel, or towel up all of the dust on the floor, that they should just be taking care of and booting out in the first place. But he is saying they're going to add some sort of thumbnail stuff. They're working on all that crap in the back end, and eventually they're going to release that.
It's like, to be honest, even though I know this is detrimental to basically every streamer who wants to take things seriously, they need to ban like link trees and stuff like that, because that's where they put their OnlyFans links.
I don't think they're gonna do that. They can't.
I know.
They're not gonna do that. Here's
Project Melody over Cam Girls. I just seen a video. Well, I haven't watched it yet, but apparently it talks about Project Melody's sketchy past or something, or some shit like that.
Okay. Everybody on VShojo has some sort of sketchy past that you don't know about. That's why they're there. They're second-rate girls that go do other shit.
It's okay to have a sketchy past as long as you redeem yourself.
This is very true. I agree.
She just threw her old audience under the bus, saying
4chan will not forget. 4chan will not forget you Nyanners. I hope you know that. I don't even use 4chan, and I know they will not forget you Nyanners.
Turkey Tom has like 3 videos on her.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, he knows who to go after, I guess. No, but like, Twitch is doing some things. Now, I am not going... Now, this is my interpretation of what I listen to. This is not fact. Until we actually see it, assume that this is wrong. But we might see artistic nudity come back for artists. Might. Because he mentioned that that's not something he necessarily wanted to take away. And that he is working in the back end to see if it's something that can come back. I don't expect it will, though.
See,
I don't think it will.
Nudity as a whole should not be in a platform where kids are allowed.
No, I agree.
But if there is, at least in the artistic sense, it's fine. The way they were using it is not.
No, yeah, I told you guys, talked to my mom about this. She says artistic nudity is like the statue of Michelangelo. Michelangelo's David is artistic nudity. Drawing a dick or giant fat tits, while a lot of people can find that enjoyable, it should not be on Twitch.
It's like, okay, there's a difference between, you know, the stuff that a lot of people and furries were drawing and like pinups.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
But unfortunately, people don't know the difference between porn and artistic nudity. I was about to say autistic nudity.
No, listen, autistic the only difference between those two is one looks funnier than the other.
or the difference of, are you drawing nudity for the sake of you want horny, or are you drawing it for the sake of this is legitimate art?
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah, like studying the body and shit like that.
Exactly.
I'll be completely honest with you. When the David was made, I don't think that Michelangelo was horny. I think he wanted to make the human body and represent the human body. You know, anytime I see a naked person through history, my first thought is not, man, I want to know how horny the artist is. My first thought is, man, they probably were thinking about how this could help humanity or how people could appreciate it.
As a counter argument to this, kids are, especially when they discover the horny, this becomes a problem. I'll admit, when I was younger and I found the horny, when we went to my great-grandparents' place, they have little plates on their wall where, like, it was Christianity. Like, it's showing different points of Christianity, and, you know, a lot of people without clothes. And I looked at them under the interest of horny. Now, again, I was young. I was stupid. But what's to say the kids today aren't doing the same thing?
I think,
even if it's meant in a good way, it might not be treated in a good way.
I think, unfortunately, society has normalized a lot of things that, like, again, my personal thought process is, do whatever you want to do. Don't get kids involved.
But leave the kids out of it, yeah.
Yeah. I think that, like, children have been forced to grow up so fast that they are not innocent anymore, and that's really sad. And unfortunately, I don't really know how you can put the genie back in the bottle, because unless you keep a kid off of the internet till he's 18, he's gonna see porn at some point.
It's like what's fucking insane is, like, you know, you can next time you guys go to like a Target or a Walmart or something like that, go to the kids' clothes section and see how many crop tops are in the girls section.
It's kind of depressing.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
It's kind of depressing.
It's like these are clothes for elementary school and middle schoolers. And
this is okay these days.
It really makes me wonder about the people who designed them. You know, you remember when Balenciaga was getting in trouble? And, like, Balenciaga's like a rich person brand, but look at all of the brands for kids that, like, make these kinds of clothes, and it's just like, what kind of sick fucko designed this shit? So...
Yeah, no, kids are treated so poorly today. It's why I have no desire to watch TV or movies, because I know that what people do to kids, and a lot of the people involved in these movies do to kids, and it disgusts me.
Well, yeah, when you look at a kid these days, and you have to wonder if they're okay. I mean, like, side tangent, the Dream stuff, when Dream was talking about, the Amazing World of Gumball, voice actor, he brought up a point that I thought was really interesting. So, Tab, if you don't know, the kid Cantu, I can't remember his name, but his last name is Cantu. He was, I believe, underage, and he was drunk, and he was just, like, flailing all about like a retard, basically. And Dream made the point, just like, I kind of felt bad for him because he is a childhood actor, and it's just like, yeah, that makes sense. It's just, when you look at how childhood actors act, not very many of them come out okay. Like, it's
Yeah.
kind of sad
And
to
in
see how
fact,
many of them just like come out fucked up.
I'm not gonna say these people are, but you look at. I'm gonna use Home Alone as an example. Macaulay Culkin, like
Mm-hmm.
Was he actually a kid? I thought he was an adult when he made that movie.
in Home Alone, he was a kid.
He was a
Okay.
kid.
And you look at him now, and it's like,
Is he still
are
alive?
you okay? Huh? Yeah. He recently got a star on the
Hollywood Walk of
Whatever.
Fame.
Okay.
Yeah.
He had major substance abuse issues
Oh, I believe it.
as he got into
Yeah.
adulthood.
I believe
And
it.
then Brenda's song, God bless her soul, is she helped him a lot.
Mhm.
Another great actor, if you want to consider it, Jake Lloyd, the actor who played Anakin in The Phantom Menace.
Mm-hmm.
He got locked up because of what the community did to him. And who knows what happened to him on top of that.
Yeah.
It's like every single child actor, well, not every single one of them, two of
A
them
lot of
that
them.
I am sure that I know got out clean was
Hmm.
Brenda Song and Hilary Duff.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about Hillary. She has some problems.
Hilary Duff is actually hasn't had any public shit that went on.
Public.
As soon as she was done with Disney, she basically went off the radar. And as soon as she had her first child, she stayed out of the spotlight. She didn't really go anywhere in public.
Right.
I don't- Yeah.
Part of my concern there is my mother, bless her soul, watched an ungodly amount of Law & Order SVU. And I'm sorry, to go on SVU, you have to have something severely wrong with you. Because that show is disgusting.
Was she
Yeah.
on SVU?
Yes.
Yeah, she was on SVU. I know exactly which episode it was, and I know what the case that it was based off of was. And that episode fucking fucked me up.
I've seen some crazy stuff from
Basically,
that show.
the character that Hilary Duff played was a young mother who was accidentally killed her daughter and hid the body in a shallow grave. And she was saying that, her daughter was kidnapped. It wasn't her, it was the babysitter. It's based off of Casey Anthony.
Kidnapped by life, I guess. I don't know. Damn, that sucks.
But instead of she intentionally murdered her daughter like Kaylee Anthony did. I'm sorry, she murdered her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
She accidentally killed her kid because of I forgot what it was, but yeah, it was so bad.
Yeah.
Another actor that everyone will tout as, one of the greats is Robin Williams. He played a
Was he a child actor?
lead. No. Well, no. No. But he played in a lot of children's movies. And he was also in SVU.
Mm-hmm.
And his episode was fucked up beyond belief. But that's the thing that they're doing to these people that we assume are genuinely good people. And then you see this. Neil Patrick Harris is also a problem.
What's wrong with him?
He is not. No.
What's wrong with him?
He was a child actor, and he did have a lot of things happen to him, and he kind of followed in those footsteps.
Ah, I see. Fair enough.
We'll do celebrity gossip off a stream. We can go up on this for hours.
We can. Anyway, all that to kind of go back to, Dan Clancy. I really hope that you're okay with all of the things that you're saying, because on one hand, I agree, parents should have a hand in their child's lives. On another, you need to get the whores off of your main page.
Yep.
Because if the advertisers do not kill you, the angry mothers that will sue you for the porn addiction that you give to their children will.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's Oh, go ahead. I'll let you finish, and then I'll add on to it.
I was just gonna say, I know enough about Amazon to know that they will cut you off if you are not profitable. I don't know how profitable they are right now. I mean, when they brought him in, I thought they were obvious. He was like the cleanup guy, because typically when companies are dying, you bring in a CEO to clean up, and I thought that was his job. No, which I'm very, very surprised about. But like, I don't know how they're doing as a company right now. But if they're pivoting to this kind of content, it's in some kind of strait that they don't feel like they can back off of real streamers. Because I'm sorry, I don't care who gets upset. Showing your body out on stream is not being a real streamer. That is not a real streamer. That is not a real job. When they say that playing games is not a real job, no. Showing your ass, showing your body out on stream is not a job. If you want to do that, there are places for you to go. Don't do it on a website that welcomes children. It's like literally if you say that strip clubs are for 13 plus. They're not. People can get arrested for that, and you should too. Just saying.
Yeah. And it's like, I can already see, like, in any future lawsuit that he would say, oh, well, there's all these music videos and stuff that kids can see that are more sexually explicit than anything you can see on Twitch, which is debatable. But it's like, you know, unfortunately, with the current state of entertainment as a whole, unfortunately, everything is overly sexualized.
Adding to the pile doesn't mean that you're... just because everybody's doing it, doesn't mean you should. It doesn't mean that, like, people are... Because I will tell you right now, the silent majority, which is most of the world, doesn't care for this stuff. It's just the loud minority that seems to be okay with this. But the silent majority is like a bear. As soon as it wakes up, you're fucked.
Yeah, I know, Foolin, I know sex sells, but it should be sex sells to adults.
Adults
and
only.
not for children.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Do you guys have anything else to add on to that?
I could go on about this for hours. I'm not going to.
You're good. You're good. All right, let's transition to something a little bit more funny. Chat, do you... Oh, I need to zoom out on that. Chat, do you like translations? Do you like when your manga is translated correctly? Here, I'm gonna hide my screen here for just a moment while we talk about this.
That's fun. Translator's name is like Morg something, and the fucking Twitch horror is Morg Pie. Why is it always the Morgs?
I don't know. It's really funny. But chat, can I be honest with you? I'm on the brink of just saying that it's time for total translator annihilation. Okay? Because for years and years, we have relied on people to translate things for us. And we have supported them. One, because we don't read the language. We don't know the language. We're too stupid or lazy, and I would rather just pay $10 for you to translate my copy. Or, yeah, that's pretty much it. But, like, the issue is, for the longest time, and I feel like this has been happening ever since, like, this has been happening more and more ever since 2015. More and more of them are adding what they want the translation to say, what they feel like the meaning should be, instead of the straightest, most correct translation that can possibly happen. Recently, and I don't have the article pulled up, but recently a manga series has been translated by AI. Now, it is not 100% AI. It is AI assisted. What that basically means is a human and an AI do the work together so that they can get the product out, and it is as faithful as it can be to the end. A lot of people, mostly translators, in fact, I would say that it is all translators and the bots, and maybe the 5 or 6 fans that actually like the translators. But some translators have been coming out and saying that AI translations are utterly horrible and their jobs are on the line. It's the Magnus Bride? It's Magnus Bride. Alright, cool.
Really? Magnus Bride was good.
Was it?
Yep, Ancient Magus Bride.
Did-
For their upcoming manga volumes.
Mm-hmm. Did you read it?
I haven't even watched the anime yet. It's on my list of shit to watch.
Okay.
It was the anime that I was watching.
Darn, I was kind of hoping one of you had read it a little bit, could tell me about the translate, but that's fine. But basically, a lot of these translators are upset. Why are they upset? Because people are saying that they would rather read AI than what they have to put out. Okay, chat, I actually did a poll, because I like polls, chat. Polls are very fun. And I basically said, chat, what do you prefer? Professional official translations? Fan translations? Or AI translations? Fan translations won, which is what I was expecting, but AI was in a close second, and almost nobody voted for the official translation. They have screwed up, and I'll be honest, we all kind of knew this was coming. This was coming for localizers. This is coming for people that do dubs next, I guarantee, and there is nothing they can do to stop it.
Funimation's gonna be hit the hardest when it happens.
Yes, and there's a greater lesson I have about this, just at the end here. But, like, I knew the moment that AI was starting to get good, a lot of these jobs were going to get hit. Anything having to do with translations or computer work, that is the first to go. And these people know it, and they are fighting back hard, because they are upset with the fact that you and me, and probably everybody in the chat right now, if you actually would prefer the official translation of whatever these garbage people are doing over AI, out yourself right now. I promise I won't make fun of you that much.
I will.
But they are upset due to the fact that one person or two people, I don't know how many people are part of this AI translation team, but a couple of people and a robot translates the anime, or excuse me, it's not even anime, it's just manga. Translates the manga better than they do. And what is their reply? All right, what are they trying to say to keep you, the viewer, from leaving them? Because they know that without you, they have nothing. What are they saying? That you are racist, homophobic, bigoted, Nazi, Trump supporter, go down the list if you feel like. All right? Go down the list. They think that the best way to get their opinion out there is to call the customer the bad guy. I don't know if you noticed, chat, but you pay for them. I'm not paying for these translations anymore. I'm not gonna buy any new manga until it says AI translated on it. Just saying.
I got a fitting hat for this section.
Oh boy, I'm excited.
Let's see.
I'm excited.
Well, a great example to the problems with localizers, now that you're actually playing Danganronpa, is the DR3 anime. The sub, well, it's not an overall great anime. The sub is a lot better, but in the dub, they actually took out some words for the use of, like, cinnamon roll, or there was an end scene in, like, near the end of the anime where two of the characters are talking to each other about the climax, the aftermath. And instead of saying, we need to do better, we need to do this, it's just acting all cutesy and weird in a moment that doesn't make sense.
Okay, I know exactly what scene you're talking about, and it put me back into a state of depression.
Did it really?
It was so bad, it's like, but why?
The G4 route? Exactly. Because, like, here's the thing, chat. When has blaming the fans ever worked out? Has it ever worked? Chat, has blaming the fans ever worked out? I'm trying to think of a company, a YouTuber, a personality, anybody, hell, even the US government. Does blaming you ever work out? I'm just curious. I don't think it does. It's like when a kid is told by their parents that they fucked up, and the kid is like, well, it's your fault that I messed up, and it's just like, no, I told you what to do, I told you how to succeed, and you're the one that's making the mess. So, I don't feel bad for these people. Alright? I don't feel bad for these people one bit. Do you want to know why? Oh, go ahead.
How much do you want to bet? I'm guessing by the middle of next year, when this actually starts rolling out, for South Park, instead of the rednecks talking about the Mexicans saying they took our gerbs, it's gonna be the it's gonna be the whatever leftist character is going to be introduced it talking to robots.
That's funny. I don't know, that'd be funny. Works for DSP. DSP flounders because, listen, the only reason why DSP isn't on the street begging for money is because people like watching the monkey dance, alright? The moment the monkey's not fun to watch anymore, he's on the street, and I think he knows that.
I'll admit, I used to watch DSP before I realized I was young, stupid. I didn't realize how much of a shitlord he was.
See, this isn't true. You watched DSP twice. You watched regular DSP, and then the other DSP that we know.
Okay, just wait. As soon as the money's starting to dry up, he's gonna be oh, the camera was on the whole time. Part 2.
Are you talking about when he
the wank off on live? Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think he knew? I'm curious.
Yeah, oh yeah.
He knew.
Like, okay, I'm gonna
Any normal man would panic. He was like, oh.
I'll pull up a message real quick. Or, pull this up here, chat. I'm gonna pull up a thread.
And also, if your job is streaming, you'd notice like, oh, the green light's going. Oh, that's running. It was on purpose.
If they're not bullied by KK, oh, you mean Kathleen Kennedy? Fucking what was Cartman saying? Make her ugly, make her gay.
Make her no, make her a chicken, make her gay.
Make her a chicken, make her gay.
Exactly. You make her a chicken, you make her gay. I'm probably not doing a good Cartman impression, but there you go. All right.
It almost sounded Trumpish.
No, this is my Trump impression. All right. You're gonna pay for Lumi, I'm making you pay for my country's wall. I'm gonna make you pay for the wall. Alright?
Hey, I only have to pay for half of it. I'm only half Mexican, excuse you.
Alright. But I'm still taxing you for it.
God damn it.
I'm taxing you and all of your friends for that wall. That's horrible. Anyway.
Nah, he wouldn't take it out of the taxpayers' money. He'd make Mexico pay for it.
No, he's taking it out of the Mexican taxpayers' money. That's the difference. On the spot. There we go. Anyway, but Chad, I want to read this thread because I want to know who the crazy one is. Are we the crazy ones here? That because like my want, I don't feel like is too out of pocket. All I want is the original translate. Like if there is some words in Japanese, and I know there are, if there are some words in Japanese that can't be perfectly translated, I don't want it replaced with the word yeet, alright? Or incel, or feminism, or any of these other terms, because guess what? They all suck, and you're the only one that likes them, okay?
Yeah.
It goes back to that silent majority. The silent majority that buys all of the manga, they don't like this shit either. And they'll stop buying in America. Alright? Okay. So here I'll share this again.
I need to talk to my friend fucking Julie to get into to do some actual translation stuff because she is a native Japanese speaker and is also fluent in English.
Yeah.
And, like,
you know what my anime translation needed? A gamer game.
Well,
okay.
What are these moon runes? What do they say?
Huh? Oh, are you talking about the name of the stream thing?
You know why my anime translations need a Gamergate reference? Gamergate died in 2016 and stayed in 2016.
Gamergate is only alive because people want to use it to try and push their agenda. Guess what? Do you want to know how many people actually that were a part of Gamergate are still around? None of them. They all died or ran for political office in the UK, and guess what? They got laughed out of office for it. So stop trying to bring it up because the only people that are relevant don't believe in it anymore.
Oh wait, no, there's one person who keeps bringing it up. Anita Sarkeesian.
Yeah, but she's like irrelevant now. She stopped her thing. She's not worth talking about. Like legitimately. She is like...
Yeah.
Like, she stopped her feminist frequency shit. So like the moment that stopped, everybody knew she gave up her grift. So.
I mean, she had a show on some weird obscure platform.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway. I want to read this thread because chat. This is psychotic and delusional as hell. So, the quoted tweet says, it's almost like if your types weren't bragging about sabotaging works you didn't write, then none of this would be happening. In reference to another quote tweet that wouldn't show, but I'm assuming what they're talking about is all of the translations. She had a lasting impact. Her lasting impact is being stupid and doo-doo. And while she may have done some effect on the gaming industry, nobody likes it. And the effect that it's going to have is all the people that follow her are going to close down and lose business permanently. I guess you could say that she screwed over the same people that she wanted to help. I don't know, chat. But anyway. Actually, Lumi, would you like to read this?
Okay, let me bring it up.
Okay.
Alright. Meryl's
This person is apparently a dude, by the way. They say, I am male, so they want us to know that they are male. So you have to read this in a male-like voice.
Too bad. If these guys spent even a fraction of the time learning Japanese that they do complaining about translation, they wouldn't need to rely on translators in the first place. If weebs are upset about translations not being Japanese enough, you know there's a neat trick you could do to avoid translation entirely. Learn the fucking language. If you care so much about Japanese culture and language, pick up a textbook literally one time. Going to lock replies now because I'm going to move on and think about something else.
This was 6 hours later.
Speak the language if you love anime and manga so much. You will not regret learning the language, but you will regret wasting your time posting. There you go.
They're literally saying, put me out of a job. Put me out of a job, chat. Put me out of a job. All right? I mean, you learn the language. And that is exactly what we're doing because people don't want to buy their shit anymore. Like, and I just to end cap this with my talk on AI. AI is here, chat. Mm-hmm. There's nothing you can do about it. You can dislike the AI art. You can dislike how people use AI in certain practices. It doesn't matter anymore. All right? You can agree or you can agree to disagree with me on this. AI is here and it is not going anywhere because the people that actually matter about making laws don't care. Not only do they don't care, they also embrace this kind of stuff. So let me give you a piece of advice. Don't go into jobs that AI can easily replace. What jobs are those? Look at your desk. Anything having to do with a desk is probably replaceable. Do you want to know what's not going to be replaceable in 10 to 15 years still? Plumbers, trade jobs. You know that welding job that's $20 or $30 or $40 an hour? Yeah, that kind of work is still going to be here for a while because they haven't made robots yet to do it for you. So if you want my advice, don't go to college and waste your money on a gender studies degree because the AI can do a better job at gender studies than you can. Just saying. Oh, you got rated. That's good. It was a great time to talk. Did you have anything to add on, either of you? I think Lumi's quiet. I think she muted herself for the raid.
Looks like yes.
Yes, she did. It's okay. Piracy raid. That is a name for a raid. But Tim, did you have any thoughts about this?
No.
No. None at all?
I mean, the problem is that no one in any culture is, or at least in non-Japanese speaking cultures, it's not going to matter. They're going to rely on the translations anyway.
Yeah.
If they want to make better translations, learn the language, be a translator.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a great example. it kind of goes back to the gaming talk, but there was a report a while back, it's probably like a month now, that Nintendo was going to put Mother 3 in the States.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't approach the team behind the fan translation and wanted to make that the official translation. That seems to still be in talks.
That's good.
But it's the thing is like, well, there's one company that actually is considering the fan translation to be the official translation, and that's good, because these are dedicated fans of that franchise.
Fans do better. Fans do better.
Fans do better, yeah, really.
Yep. Fans do a better job at what they do. It's absolutely amazing. Oh gosh, Lumi got rated again.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's awesome. No, yeah, so just like, I don't know, I think, I do believe that translators won't be gone, but I do think that a lot of them are gonna lose work because AI does it faster, AI is getting better. One thing that's funny is I was talking with one of our friends the other day, and he's like, oh, the translations are still shit, and I was like, I agree. They're not the best, but with the rate that AI is accelerating, it's only gonna take a certain amount of time before it is good.
Yep.
It is good. AI doesn't have the bone meat. Not yet. Not yet. I'll be honest. I kind of want to see the AI translation for that manga and see how good it is. If it's any good, translators are screwed. Translators are hella screwed.
Because now the potential's there.
Uh-huh. If an AI can do it faster and better than you and be more accurate, you're done.
No, okay. I will admit, one step towards translator issues that we're having now, knock Funimation off their block.
It's gonna be hard because
it is.
Funimation owns a lot of licenses.
Hold on. There is an interesting perspective here, though.
Mm-hmm.
The One Piece remake.
They had it coming. They did. They definitely did. Are you gonna feel bad for him, chat? You gonna turn the other cheek like Jesus tells you to do?
So the problem, at least in Funimation's case, is most of the people in charge of the translations are the ones who went after Vic. There is a reason the team at Shueisha and Toei Animation and then Oda, the creator of One Piece, are making a remake of One Piece. Now, I do have issues that it's through Netflix, but they want to back away from the shit stain that is Funimation.
Yeah.
And if they lose One Piece, you know how much of a big blow that is?
Pretty big. I would say pretty big. The thing that kind of sucks with... This sounds two-piece. The thing that kind of sucks about Funimation is they own a lot of licenses to animes that will never get dubbed because they choose what they dub. Oh gosh, Lumi changed herself.
Yeah, I got rated twice. And, I know... Vega. I know Funimation doesn't own all the licenses, they just own the majority of them. That's the thing.
Chances are if there's an anime that you want dubbed, it's probably under their leadership and it won't get dubbed because they choose. Remember, they did choose interspecies reviewers, and they chose literally after the 3rd episode when they learned it was basically a hentai, that they shouldn't be doing it, and so they stopped doing it. And nobody else can touch it. That's how it works!
Yeah, that's why people have to go watch it through third-party sources that are not good.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, but that's also why I love the Abridged series, because it's technically under fair use, because it's parody.
Yeah. Isn't that awesome?
I love Abridged. It's like, I know abridged versions of stuff obviously isn't gonna be close to actual translations, but it's more enjoyable than what the localizers give us.
Yeah. Isn't that awesome, chat, that 1 or 2 companies, actually it's more like 1 now, because Funimation and Crunchyroll are basically one entity now. Isn't it awesome that Isn't it
That's
awesome?
another problem altogether.
Isn't it awesome that they
Yeah.
get to decide what? And now let's be honest here. Very few dubs are actually good. I think most people will agree that the sub is better in most cases. So that part
Yes.
I'm not going to be too hard on.
Although I will argue you, and I will forever argue you, Code Geass.
Yeah,
I've
but
never
that
watched
was
Code
that was
Geass.
old. That's old. So that's different.
Right, but that is one dub that I prefer over the sub.
That's different. That's different.
I think there are two dubs that I prefer over the subs, and that is Black Butler and Death Note.
Madoka was actually a decent one. That's like one of the only ones.
Kill la Kill was another good one too.
I never seen Kill la Kill. Oh, and Madoka is also very good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Kill la Kill is really good as well. But I feel like with Kill la Kill, I feel like Trigger had more control over some of their stuff.
Not that. Yeah, I would say Aniplex is another issue altogether, but I'm not gonna get into that.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, the other dub that I prefer over the sub is Panty and Stocking.
That's also Trigger, isn't it?
Yes. Well,
Trigger before Trigger.
I think that wasn't that before Trigger became Trigger.
Before Trigger, yeah.
But
Like
it is
Gurren
now.
Lagann. Yeah.
Yep.
You know. No, but it's just like somebody brought up piracy. Now here's what I will say, chat. Piracy is never right. I will never condone piracy. But I will tell you what Gabe Newell says to people about piracy. If you don't want people to pirate your shit, make something good enough that they don't feel like they have to. So, my advice to these companies, which is unsolicited and probably unwanted, but if you want people to stop pirating your shit, make better shit.
Yep.
Otherwise,
Well, and
I don't feel bad.
Here's my answer on what I think of piracy.
Oh gosh.
There we go.
That's a tiny hat. This is before
There we
Monica
go.
and Jamie did what they did, you know.
Yeah.
Regardless, I think that animation in the States is kind of just watch the
Yeah.
sub. The sub will get translated by an AI, and it will probably be more accurate.
It's actually why I'm planning to resub to Crunchyroll next year. Because I want to watch the new Dragon Ball show in its sub form. Because Dragon Ball subbed is very good.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I can just give you my login.
That's a nice view.
Fair.
I share it with Danny anyway, so.
And then
I can
it
share
magically ends up on the Plex server later.
Gonna happen.
Anyway. We really only have one other thing to talk about tonight, and it's everybody's favorite shit show company. Losing
There's a lot of those.
losing
Which
another
one?
member.
Oh,
It's
V Shit Show?
Yeah, Vshoujo let go of it. Now I'm pretty sure this is like a more amicable thing. I've heard a lot of people saying that this was coming and then it wasn't like a bad thing. It was just like this person's leaving and all that kind of thing. But it's just kind of funny that that they're losing another member.
Real quick, I would love to point out there is a massive quality difference in the posts of them saying Silver, Neanders, and Veve left, and this one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I agree.
This
I
is
100%
just
agree.
written in Notepad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Chad,
That had Photoshop.
Chad, if you don't know, Nazuna, which used to be Rushia, I believe, left Vshoujo. I didn't even know she was a part of Vshoujo. And
Yeah, she joined with K-san.
Temp, are you using my computer?
No.
Okay, because the command prompt just pulled up on it.
Oh, it might be doing updates then.
Okay. Well, that is the one that is streaming. Can you stop it from updating?
If it's not that one, then I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
See, no Niji Sanji. I don't watch Niji Sanji. I don't care about Niji Sanji. All I know is that what's her face got screwed by Niji Sanji on Christmas Day.
I can try and pull something up. From what I know, one of the Niji Sanji members put together a song that cost them a lot of money. I think people were throwing around the number like $15,000 or some shit like that. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, and it was a cover. It wasn't even an original song. It was just a cover.
And there was a lot of time and stuff that went into it. And then Niji Sanji pulled it down. I think they copyright struck it down, basically. and she basically was like, guys, pirate this, re-upload this, because I don't want this to go out in vain. And they've not said why it was pulled down. As far as I know, nobody knows why it went down. She went dark, and then she said, I'm at the hospital right now, and everybody's worried about her, and they don't know why everything's happening the way it is. But, like, a lot of people are, like, apparently sucking up to Ninja Sanji saying, oh, it was justified, because, like, and here's the interesting thing that I didn't know, and I'm kind of learning about this. Ninja Sanji has rabid fans. Very, very rabid fans. And if they don't like you, they will go after you.
See,
it's really crazy. It's like...
I've never heard of Ninja Sanji
it's
before
like K-pop standing.
Talking about it.
So, in the hierarchy of VTuber groups, there are 3 main ones that most people would consider to be the ones at the top. There is Hololive by cover, there's Ninja Sanji by any color, and then there's VShojo. Those are the top 3.
I would say FaZe is starting to...
FaZe is, like, definitely in the top 5.
VShojo.
You think so? You know what? I would definitely agree.
They have better quality people in FaZe Connect than VShitShow.
Oh, I agree. I would say that FaZe is becoming more well-known. I would say give it a year or 2 and FaZe would probably surpass VShojo in terms of talent. Because the problem with...
I prefer FaZe, even though... Yeah, okay, the only corpo VTuber that I really watch every once in a while when I actually watch them is Tenma, because she's funny. Otherwise, I don't watch anyone else.
I watch Pippa sometimes because she's insane, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
And, of course, I watch Mori, but no, I do agree that FaZe is poised to pass over VShojo, because, and here's my problem with VShojo. They are the sloppy seconds. They are the sloppy seconds group. They literally are built up of people that have been in other places and now are there. And there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. All right, if you break away from another situation, it may be good, it may be bad, and you come to VShojo and you do better. Great, but that's all they seem to get. That's all they get. They have, I don't think they have an original talent that like wasn't part of something else. Like, I would say that like Silverveil was, but she's gone. And maybe Vey was, she's gone. Like, all of their staff is full of second-hand people. And again, I'm not trying to be mean, but that's just how I see it. That's how I see it. Nobody is original. All of them are just from their own thing. Sorry, go ahead.
It's just like what I have been told about VShojo is that the quote-unquote audition page that they have is just for show. It's just for, hey, look at, here you go, fill it out if you want. Yeah. They know exactly who they want to bring into their company if that person leaves. Like, for example, their first male VTuber over there, fucking what's his name? K9? I don't know.
Something like that. Doesn't matter.
He was basically brought in by Mousy after he was... How much after tax fraud or tax evasion? And I forgot, how much was he in the hole?
What?
$150,000 in the hole for tax evasion.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Audition. Well, I believe it. And again, there's some decent people over there. There are some decent people over there. Like Zen, I'm pretty sure is probably the sweetest. Well, 2 people, but they are probably the only sweetest person there. Everybody else there has got something weird going on with them, where it's just like, I can't like you because you don't give up. It's like when somebody gives off the I'm a good guy vibes, and it's just like, you really aren't though. Keep saying that, but you really aren't though. You know what I mean? I look at almost every single one of their members, and I say to myself, none of you feel like good people. Actually, you know what? Henya is the only one, I would say. And Mouse.
I would say Mousy and Henya.
Yeah, Henya is...
Probably.
I honestly don't know why Henya went over there. I feel like that was a mistake. But,
she was the only one supporting her fucking old agency, because as far as I know, all the fans that were her fans basically abandoned the other talents that were in that other agency.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why she decided to. I mean, maybe there was probably incentive to go over there, probably. I'm not going to say what way or the other. But I look at this company and I say to myself, these are built up of rejects. And maybe sometimes, you know, rejects can be cool. I've seen The Greatest Showman. Hugh Jackman did a great job directing that movie. But you only go to the circus so many times before it gets boring. And let me tell you, Vshoujo is pretty damn boring.
Yeah.
Sorry. Not sorry. But they lost another member today, by the way. And the member used to be Rushia, which I think is the, which I think Mizu said is one of the only members to ever get kind of quote-unquote fired by Cover, which is Hololive. So that was interesting, but she's going independent now. That's the big news with them. So, Hugh Ackman? No, it's Jackman. All hail Hololive. No, yeah, Hololive is the best.
See, I've never watched, what's her name? The singer chick. I've never watched
Mori?
Mori, yeah.
She is a gremlin.
I don't watch corporate VTubers. They seem very manufactured.
Mori is probably one of the straightest, and I think some of them probably are. Mori is definitely, like, the most real ever. Like, before her career as a VTuber as Demon Dice, as the singer, basically the same thing, in my personal opinion. She is, like, the most real there, the most committed, the most devoted, and probably, in my personal opinion, the most successful out of the English group over there. Because she is one of the hardest workers, she does so much, and she feels the most real. She feels the most real to me. So, if there's anybody from over there that I would tell people to watch, it would be her. Watching Chronia. I know nothing about any of them, of the other ones. All I know is Mori is the realist. And sadly, Gura is gone. So hopefully to return one day. Well, I know a lot of people are really sad about Gura. Because she's, like, been inconsistent.
I mean, life happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, as you know, I was consistently streaming and I stopped, and you know why.
Yeah. Well, I think it's for other reasons.
Like, I was up and running. Like, I could have joined Juniper without what I was doing.
I think there are other reasons that... and I'm not going to repeat rumors that I've heard, but some of the rumors people have told me made me feel real sad about Gura.
Mm-hmm.
And if she is going to leave, because, like, some people think she's probably going to leave, I hope it's just at least amicably, because I feel really bad for her. Gura's gone. Gura's not quote-unquote gone. She's just very inconsistent right now. And there's no official reason. All we know is that she's inconsistent right now. There's only speculations, and I'm not really going to talk about that, because, again, I don't really feel like she deserves it. Like, if it was Vshoujo, that'd be one thing. But Gura is, like, universally, a lot of people just really like her. So, until people actually say she's gone, I'm not gonna say she's gone.
Until we see a graduation announcement, then, yeah.
And if she graduates, a lot of people are gonna be sad, because she's one of the best. So, but yeah. That's about it, all I have on that end. Do you have anything to add, either of you?
To the topic or overall?
Overall.
The only other thing that I seen interesting, this isn't VTuber related, but if anyone knows who Gypsy Rose is, she just got released from prison today, and I'm happy for her that she got out early. Gypsy Rose Blanchard, if you look her up, there's at least 2 documentaries on her. Her mother had Munchausen syndrome by proxy, which she purposely made her daughter sick, saying to relatives, friends, and everyone around her that her daughter has a laundry list of medical issues.
Mm-hmm.
Had a long distance boyfriend, convinced said boyfriend to help her kill her mother. Mother died. She was arrested. They wanted to give her life in prison, but she pled guilty, got 10 years, but she only served 8.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are saying that she shouldn't have went to jail in the first place because it was self-defense, which I agree. She shouldn't have been in jail in the first place. If you guys look up the documentary Mommy Dead and Dearest, it covers the entire case.
That sounds
She
brutal.
saw that trending.
It's probably for that reason.
Yeah, probably.
It's tragic. It's bad when she said that she feels more free in jail than she did with her mother.
Mm.
It should never be like that.
No.
Yeah.
No, it should not. What about you?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. What about you, Temp? You got anything else
No,
to
I'm
add?
good. No.
All right. Well, again, chat, we do thank you all for coming out tonight. Don't leave just yet. We got a cool I have a cool outro song on the podcast channel. Really quickly, if you are in Lumi's chat and you haven't done so already, consider joining the YouTube, become one of our subscribers. We actually tonight hit 100 subs, so kind of sad that Mizu isn't here to see that. But yay, we hit 100 subs. We're at 102 right now. Thank you so much, everybody. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm gonna play us a song here to end out the stream. I think we'll be back tomorrow night for maybe more Monster Hunter. We'll see if Mizu's not dying. If not, we'll figure something else out.
If Mizu's dying, then we could do you could do see if
we'll do something else.
Or
we can do Final Fantasy.
Yeah, we will make sure that you guys are entertained. But anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. You guys are absolutely amazing. Do you guys have anything else to say before we leave?
I got nothing, but I am going to set up a raid for Twitch.
Awesome. Well, chat, until next time, make sure you stay awesome, stay amazing, don't boycott things from your keyboard, and yeah, you guys have a fantastic one.
Engines. Let's go. Who is the king? Who is the king? Cruising around with nowhere to go, watching the world through a blurred window. Take all comers, but they too slow, breaking through all known barriers. So run your car, not your mouth, 'cause out here there's no room for cowards. Flash of life is all you see, just another day when you're stripped king. You lost your crown, lost your place, picked back up, left in disgrace. Flash of life is all you see, just another day when you're stripped king. Who is the king? Who